Hi, I'm Daphne Richards. Our question this week is a follow-up from Laura, who emailed us last year about her tomato plants that had deformed leaves, but some had new growth. She'd amended her raised beds with organic compost and manure and watered correctly, so what had happened? Well, she planted in early March, and her tomatoes were doing just fine and even setting fruit until we got that sudden cold zap, as we inevitably do every spring. We sent Laura's photo to Randy Thompson from Sunshine Community Gardens, and he suspected cold damage. It doesn't even have to be frosty for tomatoes to get zapped. They can be damaged by nighttime temperatures as high as 50 degrees. In March and even into April, we get warm days but still have some very chilly nights. So to get a jump on your tomatoes, be sure to cover them up to protect them until nighttime temperatures are reliably in the 60s. Another factor to consider with early season planting of heat-loving vegetables is the soil temperature. Even if the ambient air temps are warm enough for your tender vegetable plants, your soil is going to stay cool well into spring. And cooler soil temperatures will slow down growth. If your beds are in full sun, or at least getting 6 to 8 hours, the soil will heat up nicely during the day, helping it to stay warmer at night. But if your tomatoes and peppers don't take off immediately, it may just be that their roots are still waiting patiently for the environment to be a little more welcoming for their growth. And here's good news from Laura. Her plants bounced back from the frost damage pretty quickly, as you can see in the follow-up picture of her harvest after they'd recovered. Our plant this week is a new cold-hardy Satsuma cultivar, Orange Frost. This great addition to our Satsuma choices is a brand new Texas superstar plant that our AgriLife researchers have been trialing for a few years now. It's so new, it won't even be released until May of this year. Being a new release, it's still patented, so you'll likely need to order it online if you want one this year. Orange Frost Mandarin is a hybrid cross between a very seedy but cold-hardy Changsha tangerine and a very high-quality Satsuma. The fruit is very sweet, easy to peel, and only has 1 or 2 seeds per fruit. More importantly, the tree has more cold hardiness than Satsuma, so once established, it will tolerate more cold than Satsumas will, meaning that it can be planted in the landscape a bit further north than other citrus. Orange Frost has proven to be reliably hardy in Zone 8, which includes Central Texas. But for the first few years, when the tree is young and getting established, you'll need to protect it during winter. Orange Frost needs full-day sun to perform and fruit well, and it gets only 8 to 10 feet tall, making the fruit easy to harvest. But it can also get 8 to 10 feet wide, so be sure to give it plenty of space to spread out. As with other citrus trees, Orange Frost Satsuma is evergreen, and if it does get bitten by the cold, the good news is that it isn't grafted, meaning that it'll come back true if it has to regrow from the roots. This tree will also work well in containers. No matter where you plant, be sure that the soil has good drainage, and don't plant until after all danger of frost has passed. For good growth and a bountiful harvest, water regularly and fertilize monthly during the growing season. To do in your garden this week, plant tomatoes, squash, peppers, beans, pumpkins, cantaloupe, and other warm season vegetables. But be sure to cover those tomatoes and peppers if we have an unexpected chilly night. It's safe to plant most herbs, but hold off on basil for a couple more weeks. To find out various extension activities here locally, please visit my blog at centraltexashorticulture.blogspot.com. We offer a lot of great classes throughout the year. We'd love to hear from you, so please visit us at klru.org/ctg to send us your questions, photos, and favorite plants from your garden.